Hi, it's Chef Rick, and today I'm making carnitas. Alright, here we go. So we're going to start off with this boned shoulder of pork. I asked the butcher to bone it for me. Yeah, just get them to do that. And then all I'm going to do now is kind of chop it up into nice big manageable chunks, but I'm just going to remove any of the thicker layers of fat that's like really firm. And we want to end up with sort of just big chunks of meat like this with fat on it as well. And the truth is, there's no other way to do this, and just take your time with it. I'm sure there's proper butchers out there watching this, or people who could do this way better than me. But if you're just an amateur cook like I am, just chop it up, take your time with it. You'll feel bits like that bit just felt hard and just connected to the bone, so just throw it away. Those thicker bits of fat, like I say, just keep those to one side, so we can make pork crackling. I'll send you I'll add the link to it in the top there. But you're just going to go through and just take your time and just remove any kind of really fatty bits, but you certainly want a little bit of fat left on here. Remove any gristly bits, remove any of that thicker skin, but just take your time and work your way through it. Anytime you feel something hard in your fingers or whatever else, just chop it out. There we go. And now you're going to be left with all those lovely chunks of pork. Clean, prepped, fantastic. So we're going to season that well with some sea salt. Give it a really good season. And give it a good mix round so it's all combined and covered. And then ideally you want to leave this overnight. Minimum sort of 4 or 5 hours if you can, to do this first thing in the morning. But like I say, if you've got a chance to leave this overnight, do it. Give it a cover with some cling film and get it in the fridge. Yeah, ideally 24 hours, but minimum sort of 5. So now we're just going to take a couple of garlic cloves, 4 garlic cloves. And top and tail, and just peel the garlic nice and sensibly like that. An onion wouldn't be a Chef Rick video if we didn't chop an onion, so yeah, this one just take off the top, and now we're going to go through the root as we always do to stop ourselves crying. Take off the skin, but that's all we need. Half an onion and we're done. So that's half an onion. A fresh orange. I'm just going to keep the outside on, but we're going to sort of get a quarter of this. So that's a half, and that's a quarter. So a quarter of an orange. A cinnamon stick. Could just so just take a cinnamon stick there, break it in half. That's half a cinnamon stick. And now this, either use a muslin cloth, or I couldn't find any cheesecloth, so this was what they call a vegetable bag. So you just put all those ingredients in the middle there, tie it up, and you're making like a lovely sort of tea bag, for want of a better word. It's probably a proper chef's term for this. But some chef's twine there, tie that off. And just to be neat, I trimmed off the excess bits, so we end up with this really nice kind of floral, fragrant kind of tea bag, which has got the onion, the garlic, the orange, the cinnamon stick, and bay leaves. That's it. Into your biggest pan you've got, lard. Again, I'll put the quantities down in the description below, but that's lard that's going to melt down, of course. Brown sugar, and now carefully add your meat. The lard is obviously melt fat, but it's not exactly as hot as fryer oil at this point. Oh yeah, in with your kind of fragrant tea bag of goodness. And now bring that to the boil. Kind of get it so it's really kind of bubbling away, just like this. Keep moving things around just so nothing gets stuck to the bottom. Make sure that kind of tea bag is well submerged. Turn it down to a simmer, and you want to just let that cook away now for about 2 hours. Every sort of 10-15 minutes or so, just give it a little mix round. Just stop anything sticking to the bottom. But yeah, after a couple of hours, your meat's going to be all lovely and dark like this, still holding itself together nicely. But as you start to feel it, with the back of the spoon, you'll feel it's so much softer. Here we go, we're starting to look towards the tail end of this one now. It's all going to have cooked down. Needless to say, and I say this in all my things, it smells incredible. So now it's had a couple of hours, you bring the heat down, and you're going to put some whole milk and some dark beer. Normal beer would do, or you could even go like a stout, a Guinness. And now continue what you've already done for the last 2 hours, but do it for another half hour with that milk and beer in there. And now take out the meat. So again, whenever you're ready to, however many people you've got there, you don't need to serve all this meat in one go. So what I would do here, see, I took that out for tonight. Then what I'm going to do is just take that off the heat and leave it. I'm going to make a very, very quick, refreshing salad for this. It's not refreshing, that's the wrong choice of words. It's kind of like a sharp salad that's going to go against the richness of the meat. So it's going to take some Savoy cabbage, take out that middle core, and chop the leaves into nice little thin strips. Got some chopped cabbage. Carrot, first of all, just peel it. Top and tail it, so you're just going to chop off the top and the bottom of the carrot, get rid of that. And now with that same peeler, put the carrot flat on the surface, push down hard with the peeler, and that's how you'll get these nice thick ribbons of carrots. I say thick, still super thin of course, but thicker than an actual carrot peeling. And now take each of those ribbons and chop those up. So you've got your little thin strips of carrot. We need some fresh lime juice. It is important to use fresh lime juice here. Jif is not going to work. You really want this to, basically you're going to get the juice of 8 limes, although of course I'll put all quantities down in the description below. You've got sea salt and oregano, give that a good mix round. And then into that we're going to add the carrot, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cups of the Savoy cabbage, and give that a really, really good mix round. Now again, leave that in the fridge now until ready to work with. You would never just have that as a salad on its own, but what it's going to do is, you see the richness of this meat is absolutely beautiful. And that salad, so we're going to use some corn tortillas there. I've just got some chilies on the side, and look how this meat breaks apart. It's soft, it's delicious, it's rich, it's as moist as meat gets, I would say. And yeah, it's just incredible. So what we'll do is take some of that carnitas, take a corn tortilla, some of the carnitas meat in the middle, on with that kind of really kind of tart sour salad, some tamale puree, which I'll put a link to how to make in another video. I just break up a few chilies. There's no right or wrongs here, by the way. This is just, I'm showing you how to make the meat. It's just how we ate it that night. And there you go. Absolutely fantastic, authentic. It tastes even better because you've been kind of cooking it all day and the house smells amazing. And so when you're all finished and you want to go to bed, take out that tea bag thing and just leave that on the back.
The very next evening.
Come to it the next day, and this is what you're going to be greeted with. So the lard is hardened. Don't worry at all. You want this. Turn the heat on. Let it come back to temperature. You know it's going to be ready when all of that lard has melted down. Again, your house is going to be reawakened with that lovely smell. And take out what you're going to need for tonight, and just mash it up. Really, really nice. This is so much more like a pulled pork. It's amazing. It probably is better the next night, if I'm really honest with you, although I did like those chunks night one. That's carnitas. It's classic Mexican food. It's absolutely amazing. It's a little bit of effort, but it's well worth it. Thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate every viewer, and I'll see you on the next one.